following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. It's game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, well, welcome once again here. A couple hours off. Got a nice, relaxing sit in a chair for about a half an hour TV show, and then I came right back here to Young Field. Got a little snack and beverage in between as well, and we're ready to go here for this matchup between the West Fargo Aces and the West Fargo Vets. The Vets will be in the orange trimmed in green, and the Aces will be in the green trimmed in orange as they're going through the starting lineups right now.
Shortstop, number 8, Carson Cueto. Pitching is number 23, Tanner Larson. First baseman is number 22, Jackson Blinky. Second baseman, number 4, Devin Peterson. And the right fielder, number 2, Ethan Smith. Playing third base for the Vets is number 12, Ben Klaus. The Vets are coached by Dustin Bear and Ryan Cronke. And now, the starters for the West Fargo Aces. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 4, Landon Trough-Gruben. Playing second base, number 1, James Buffington. Playing first base, number 8, Evan Krogan. Catching, number 10, Brady Medina. Playing right field, number 3, Leighton Hoffland. Playing third base, number 7, Charlie Lashovsky. Playing center field, number 15, Axel Anderson. Playing left field, number 11, Trey Husar. The designated hitter is number 24, Espen Westby. And pitching today for the Aces, number 6, Braxton Horde. The reserves for the Aces, number 5, Carson Kwasniewski. Number 9, Caleb Anderson. Number 14, Cooper Mapes. Number 21, Grant Knodel. And number 22, Blake Larson. The Aces are coached by Joe Kalish and Luke Johnson. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if I could ask you to please rise, remove all headwear, and face the American flag to honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, and we'll be right back. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back to Young Field here at the Essential Health Baseball Complex. It's the West Fargo Aces and the West Fargo Vets. Aces in the green trimmed with orange. The Vets in the orange trimmed with green. Simple as that, right? You can keep track of that. I'll help you along the way. Vets will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. The Aces will be the home team on the scoreboard. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineups. You may have saw them before the break there, but we'll just verbally give them to you one more time. Your lineup for the West Fargo Vets, who will be batting first. 1, 2, and 3 in the order is center fielder Tanner Bain, catcher JJ. I forgot what they told me, and then we'll get back to it later here. Left fielder Ryder Weigel. The middle of the order 4, 5, and 6 Wrigley Gunderson, Carson Twito, and Tanner Larson. The bottom of the order 7, 8, and 9 Jackson Glinke. Second baseman Devin Peterson and Ethan Smith. Not batting, but playing third base today for the Vets is Ben Klaus. For the West Fargo Aces, they'll set up defensively like this. Braxton Horde on the mound warming up. He'll toss him into the mitt of Brady Medina. And then you got Evan Krogan at first, James Buffington at second, Landon Trafgruben at short, Charlie Lashufsky at third, Leighton Hufflin and right, Axel Anderson in center, and Trey Hussar in left field. And that's how let me double check. The Aces will line up defensively here on this broadcast here. And now Tanner Bain will start the
Number 1, Tanner Bain.
We'll start the action here. He's 4 for 8 lifetime on magnitude on the select games for the Aces and Vets that we've done over the past couple years. Takes the first pitch for a strike as we move into the first inning here. First pitch exactly at 7 o'clock. Right now it's sunny 90. We should stay in the. We might actually drop quickly here over the next hour into the low 80s possibly. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Tanner Bain. On deck is I'll find out how to say his name, even though they told me already when the PA announcer announces the next batter. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that is a strikeout for out number 1.
Next up for the Vets, the catcher, number 6, J.J. Lauritsen. Lauritsen now batting.
All right, J.J. Lauritsen, and hopefully he goes to a full count so I can get his name down by the next time he goes to bat. Lauritsen will take ball 1. Braxton Horde, 3 balls, 3 strikes on 6 pitches so far here for the Aces. And Lauritsen will take the second pitch and it'll bounce away for ball 2. So 1 away here in the top of the first. 2 balls and no strikes to Lauritsen. Here's the windup and the deal, and Lauritsen will see that one hit the outside edge for a strike, and it's 2-1. J.J. Lawrenson, Ryder Weigel on deck. Wrigley Gunderson to follow if we can get that far in the lineup with one out on the board. That one's outside, and it's 3 balls and a strike. So I'm 1 pitch away from potentially getting my wish there for Lawrenson. And Lawrenson will see that full count, and that's 3-2. Ball, strike ball, and a strike to bring us to our 3-2 count. That's 10 pitches for Horde, 5-5 on the ball strike split. That pitch hit the outside edge, and Lawrenson will strike out looking, and that is out number 2, and a pair of strikeouts here for Braxton Horde.
Next to play for the Vets, the left fielder, number 3, Ryder Weigel.
Ryder Weigel will step up to the plate now here for the Vets. I want to say thanks to Dale Olson for joining me earlier this afternoon on the doubleheader between the West Fargo Patriots and Watertown. It was a fun time, and I think he might be interested in doing some more games in the future, and I'd certainly have him on board for that, no doubt about it. I had to take off quickly after that game ended just so I could recoup and replenish and re-energize for this game here. 0-2. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. That one's chopped foul to the first base side. And remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Coming up on Tuesday, actually, I think there might be a game before Tuesday, but coming up on Tuesday, Eric Tianson will be traveling up to Grand Forks to cover the Patriots game against Grand Forks. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. 3 strikeouts for Braxton Horde, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Braxton Horde and the Aces. Tanner Larson will be on the mound. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base, and we go now to the bottom of the first. Once again, Tanner Larson will be pitching for the Vets, and it'll be Landon Trothgruben, James Buffington, and Evan Krogan, the batters that we see for the Aces when we return after the break here on Magnitude. Be right back.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, welcome back. That's Tanner Larson that you see on the mound there, finishing his warm-up tosses here. He'll face off against Landon Trothgruben to start the bottom of the first. 0-0 game. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base in the top half for the Vets. Around the bases, J.J. Lordson behind the plate. Jackson Glinke at first. Devin Peterson, at second. Carson Twito at short. Ben Klaus at third. Tanner Boehm in center. Ethan Smith in right, and Ryder Weigel in left field. And here's Landon Trothgruben for the Aces. Pitches outside for a ball. 1-0 here to Trothgruben. And the pitch is going to hit the edge for a strike, 1-1. That seemed a little bit low for a strike, but he'll call it a strike, and it's 1-1. Hopefully nobody thinks I'm favoriting West Fargo, because it's kind of hard to do that in this matchup. 2 balls and 1 strike now. I can tell you that West Fargo's going to win. I can tell you that much for sure. 3 balls and a strike now here to Troff-Gruben. Last time we called these 2 teams on Magnitude, it was a quarterfinal round game of the A-Legion tournament in Kindred towards the end of the season last year.
Up to second baseman, number 1, James Buffington.
James Buffington will step up to the plate now as the Aces have a runner on first. That's Troff-Gruben. And the pitch. And now Lordson will get it up to second. Just a little bit high, and Troff-Gruben steals successfully. Pitch comes across as a strike to Buffington. Evan Krogan moves on to the plate, or the on-deck circle is what I meant to say. So it should be, let's see here, no balls, 1 strike, I believe is the count. And now Lawrenson and Larson will have share a couple words. We'll see if the official gives us any confirmation on the 0-1 count, or what we believe to be the 0-1 count. And it is indeed an 0-1 count. Larson on 6 pitches. This will be number 7 as he peers back at Troff-Gruben on second. He'll wind and deliver. In for a strike. At least it better be. There we go. A little delayed call there by the umpire. 0-2 the count. This is a counter, so both teams are going to try and win this game if they think they can. And that's a hit out into right field. Troff-Gruben comes into third, and he will hold the brakes there.
The single brings up the first baseman, number 8, Evan Krogan.
Evan Krogan now with runners on the corners, and nobody out here in the bottom half of the first for the Aces. Larson will deliver, and now a snap throw up to second, and he's out at second. That is out number 1. Not sure why Troff-Gruben didn't try and steal home on that play, but he didn't, so 1 out as Buffington gets caught stealing. And now Evan Krogan will find left center field with that base hit. Troff-Gruben will score, and the Aces are on the board. It's 1-0 on the RBI single by Krogan. And that brings up Brady Medina.
Single brings up the catcher, number 10, Brady Medina.
Well, maybe that's why he didn't steal home, because he wanted to give his teammate an RBI. I want to say hi to Jim. He's joining in from Denver, North Carolina tonight for the 3rd time today. You're welcome, Jim. Brady Medina, the batter. Medina is counted up here. You see he fouls that one away for a strike. Medina's 4 for 11 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. He has a couple of hits to left field, 1 to center field, 1 to right field. And then the rest of them are, all but 1 of the rest of them are flyouts. He had 1 ground out to second. And that pitch comes in low, and it'll be a ball and a strike. Tim Brady Medina on deck is Leighton Hofflin. With one away and no double plays occurring, we'll see Hofflin next. 12 minutes into this ball game now. All knotted, the ball strikes are knotted up, but it's a 1-0 lead, and now we'll hit him. That one may have gotten away from Larson as it hits him on the back of the shoulder blade there, and he'll go to base via hit by a pitch, and that puts 2 runners on. Now Leighton Hofflin was the batter for the Aces. So once again, the uniforms almost look similar, but the primary part of the uniform is green for the Aces, and the primary part of the uniform is orange for the Vets. Now, I know all the West Fargo fans watching pretty much know that, but for those who may not be loyal West Fargo or familiar West Fargo fans, now you know. Single on to center, loads the bases, moves Krogan over to third, Medina at the second. Hofflin on with the single, and that brings up Espen Westby.
Number 24, Espen Westby.
You take the E, you take the second E out of Espen's name, and you could call him ESPN Westby. That's how I remembered his name. So ESPEN, and you take that second E out, and it's ESPN Westby. And ESPN takes the first pitch for a strike. That'll be his unofficial nickname moving forward, maybe. I won't drill it in too hard, but and ESPN gets a grounder into the lead runner at second. Or not the lead runner, but one of the runners. Let's put it that way. He'll be on with an RBI fielder's choice. And they get so Krogan will score. Medina advances the third. Hofflin out at second on the force out. So that puts runners on the corners. You got Brady on third and ESPN on first. And now we have a visit to the mound here. It's Charlie Lashovsky will be the next batter here for the West Fargo Aces as they find themselves down 2-0 here to the Aces. And while we have a small break in the action here, let me see if I can pull it up. I saw it on Facebook between games. Let's see if I can find it. And I remember I liked it too. I believe it was the 12U Rattlers team who won the state championship in the 12U. For the West Fargo Rattlers, and if I can't find it, and I'm close to right there, I just found it. Says the state champions in the 12U are the West Fargo Rattlers, and they got a picture of them on Facebook, and that must be a different one because I liked a different one, and now I just like that one. So congratulations to the West Fargo Rattlers on their state championship, and some of those players will be playing here on the Vets and Aces over the next 3 to 4 years. And that one's going to be popped up and going to left field. Weigel is there, and it seemed like that ball hung in the air forever. Medina will tag and score over to third. They safe at third. So runners will remain on the corners as ESPN gets from first to third on a tag. So Lashovsky will sack fly out to left. Or actually, he won't sack fly out to left. He'll single to left is what I meant to say. I thought he caught it, but I guess he didn't. So it's an RBI single, moving Westby to third. All right, so there we go. Now everything's straight. Espen Westby on third, Charlie Lashovsky on first, let's try that again. Axel Anderson, try and say that 3 times fast. He's the batter here, and he'll face pitch number 17 from Tanner Larson. Two outs on the board. First pitch comes in for a strike. If I can make, if somebody from iScore is watching this game, if I can make a suggestion and put 2 more slots onto your field image for umpires. I can enter in the umpires' names there. That one's fouled away for a strike, and it's 0-2 now with 2 away and 2 runners on, first and third. Charlie Lashowski on first, Espen Westby on third. Here's the pitch, and that one's going out to left field. Weigel, this time he does make the catch, and that one in the inning. They'll strand 2 on base, and that ends the first inning of play. Anderson with a fly out to left, and due up now here for the Vets. It'll be Wrigley Gunderson, Carson Twito, and Tanner Larson, batters 4, 5, and 6. Braxton Horde with pitch 17, and we return from the break here on Magnitude. Be right back.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. 1 inning complete, and the West Fargo Aces with a 2-0 lead here over the West Fargo Vets, and Braxton Horde on the mound. Get some fist bumps there with Charlie Lashowski, and now Wrigley Gunderson will step up to the plate. Gunderson 0 for 1 lifetime on Magnitude. Has a fly out to shallow left on his lone plate appearance here on Magnitude. Now here's plate appearance number 2 and number 1 of the game for Wrigley Gunderson. He will drop that one into shallow, safe at first. It's an infield hit. Shallow, usually I say like shallow mid or deep outfield, like center, but that's like shallow second base, I guess. Infield hit for Wrigley Gunderson, and now he's 1 for 2 lifetime on Magnitude. I don't think I've ever seen a hit drop there before, to be honest with you. I may have, and I just don't remember it. But he's on first, and that's a base hit for the West Fargo Vets. It's their first hit of the game. Looks like Braxton Horde is talking to the umpires. Not exactly sure what the delay is for at the moment, but Carson Twito is the batter. Top of the second here, and that pitch comes in for a ball. It's 1-0. At least I think it was a ball. Carson Twito has had some success on Magnitude, except here he might ground into a double play, and he does. A 6-4-3 double play. He was 4 for 9 prior to that. Now he's 5 for 10 on that double play, and that's 2 outs.
Now batting for the Vets, the pitcher, number 23, Tanner Larson.
So that takes the base runners off base, and first pitch here to Tanner Larson's in for a strike. Tanner Larson 2 for 8 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. Sees that one go low and out for a ball. 1-1 the count here to Tanner Larson. 2 away if Larson can reach base. Jackson Glinke, I believe is how I was told to say it. We'll find out if he comes up to bat next, if I'm right or wrong. 1 ball, 1 strike in the pitch, and that one hit to left. Nice diving grab there by Leshowski at third, and that ends the inning. 2-0, and the Aces will come up with that 2-0 lead and bring out the bats, and we'll see what they can do when we return in 60 seconds here on Magnitude.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, a great play by Charlie Leshowski, the third baseman, to end the top half of the second. And now we move to the bottom of the second. The Aces will be batting with a 2-0 lead. It'll start with batters 9, 1, and 2. Trey Hussar, Landon Troffgruben, and James Buffington will be the 3 batters that we see for sure. Tanner Larson on the mound. We'll toss pitch number 20 here to Trey Hussar when Hussar steps into the batter's box. It's been a warm, muggy day. I got home from the Patriots Watertown game, and I had a key in my mailbox for one of the bigger mailboxes for bigger packages, and the key won't open the said box. So that's a first in a lifetime problem for me. I'm going to have to call the post office and see what to do about that. So my package will be trapped for however long it'll be trapped for. No balls and a strike here. It's Trey Hussar, the batter, once again. 25 minutes into the ball game. 6 balls, 14 strikes on 20 pitches. And here's pitch 21. And that one's chipped down the first base line, and it's foul. And Vets coach swatting at that ball like it was a fly with a newspaper. I don't know if he had a lineup card in his hand or he was looking at something when that ball came over towards him. This one chopped right over towards Glinke, and he'll pick it up, step on the bag, and he's out. Direct ground out to first for Hussar. And that brings up Landon Troffgruben, returning to the top of the order here for the Aces.
Returning to the top of the order for the Aces, the shortstop, number 4, Landon Troffgruben.
He drew a walk last time he was at the plate. And now it's 1-0 here to Troffgruben. It's a single 7-inning game today here for the Aces and Vets. So get a little bit of relief from all the double headers we've done recently. You could consider this an extended triple header, I guess, if you wanted to, here on Magnitude today. But still one of our lighter days. Had 3 games today and 2 games yesterday and 9 games the day before that, including 3 baseball doubleheaders and 1 soccer game. So I guess if I count that all up, that's actually 10 games. 2-2 to Trofgruben. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. That's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. And that is the first strikeout for Tanner Larson of the day.
Next up for the Aces, the second baseman, number 1, James Buffington.
Buffington got the first hit of the game. He singled out into right field last time he was at the plate, right over the head of the first baseman. And that pitch is a delayed ball call. 1-0. That pitch is also a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes here to James Buffington. Evan Krogan is the batter on deck here for the Vets. Or for the Aces, excuse me. And the pitch. And that one's inside, and it's 3-0. If this umpire doesn't open up the strike zone a little bit. And there's a strike. No, it's a walk. I'm pretty sure that hit the edge of the plate, but maybe it didn't. And he's on with a walk. I was going to say if
Number 8, Evan Krogan.
If the umpire doesn't open up the strike zone a little bit here, this single 7-inning game may last as long as a doubleheader. We'll have to see. Evan Krogan, he singled into left center over the head of the shortstop last time he was at the plate, and that drove in the first run of the game. And a strike is called to Evan Krogan. Moves Brady Medina into the on-deck circle with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. So we'll see Medina if Krogan can reach base. 1 runner on, and that's Buffington on first. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Larson checks on Buffington and now delivers. A curveball inside, and it hit him. They're saying it hit him, and he'll reach via hit by a pitch. Brady Medina.
The catcher, number 10, Brady Medina.
He was also hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. He'll face pitch 33 this time. We're 30 minutes into the ball game now. Larson steps off and steps back onto the mound. Buffington will tag up on second. Over on first is Krogan. Here's the pitch. High and in, and just missed for another ball. Believe it or not, Larson has 19 strikes on 33 pitches, but it sure doesn't seem that way. 1 ball, no strike. And this one hit, and a nice grab there at short by Twito, excuse me. And they'll get the runner at second, which is Krogan. So then they will strand 1 on base, and that will end the second inning of play. Medina grounds to second for the force out on the 6-4 at second. And it'll bring up Blinky, Peterson, and Smith, the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9 when we return from the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be back in just a moment here.
2 up for the Vets at the top of the third. Blinky, Peterson, Smith.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
right, welcome back to Complete here at Young Field between the Vets and the Aces, and it's a 3-0 ball game now. Check that. Yeah, it is a 3-0 ball game. I just forgot to add a run earlier.
Jackson Glinke.
Jackson Glinke will step up to the plate now here. 33 minutes into the ball game, he'll face pitch 23 from Braxton Horde, and here it comes. And it's high for a ball, 1-0. That is a delayed strike call. He's not very emphatic about his strikes like most umpires are. I don't know if he's just having a bad day or if that's his normal style, but 1 ball, 1 strike. Makes me think that every pitch is a ball. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. And on 25 pitches, 9 balls, 16 strikes for Braxton Horde. What's going to strike is anything that's not a ball, so... Hit, home run, fouled away pitch, swing and a miss. They're all hits. And there's another hit, and that's an actual hit out into left field. Bobbled just slightly there by Hussar, but it will go into the books as a base hit. And that is a single for Glinke. That brings up Devin Peterson.
Brings up the second baseman, number 4, Devin Peterson.
Moves Ethan Smith into the on-deck circle. Peterson and Smith representing batters 8 and 9 here in the top of the 3rd for the Vets. That pitch is good for a ball 1 to Peterson. And that one's high and in for ball 2. Aces on the first base dugout, the Vets on the third base dugout. It's one thing that I don't normally talk about anymore because normally you can figure it out, but with jerseys that similar, figured I'd just mention it for your knowledge. 3-0 now here to Peterson. And he'll take the strike there on the 3-0 count to make it 3-1. 30 pitches now for Horde, 12 balls, 18 strikes. And the 3-1. And that one comes off the handle of the bat, backpedaling his Trough-Gruben for the out. So pop out to short into shallow left center. And that brings up Ethan Smith.
Number 2, Ethan Smith.
1 out. If no double plays happen, we'll return to the top of the order here for the Vets with Tanner Boehm, who moves into the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. Oh, did it catch the corner? No, it was a little bit outside, and I agree with that one. 1 ball, no strike. Ethan Smith, 0 for 4 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. Fly out to left, fly out to center, fly out to the shortstop, and a ground out to third. And now the umpire will walk up a new ball here, as I believe that. I'm not sure if that came in as a ball or a strike. I'm going to go with a ball, and we'll see if I'm right or wrong. I believe the count is 2-0, but... And now Braxton Horde has gone to the dugout, and I don't know if it's a glove issue or... And there he comes. I think it was a glove issue because that doesn't look like the glove he had when he walked in. Can't say that for sure, just my suspicion. And now we can return to action here. 2 balls, no strikes to the best of our knowledge here to Ethan Smith. That pitch is in for a low strike, and it's 2-1. And he gave the signal, but I couldn't see what his left hand said. I know it's 1 strike. And he'll tag out the runner, throw to first, got it, double play. Nicely done by James Buffington. Ethan Smith grounds into a 4-3 double play. That'll bring up Leighton Hofflin, ESPN, Espen Westby, and Charlie Leshufsky. Batters 5, 6, and 7 when we return from the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back. It's a 3-0 ball game here in favor of the Aces. We'll be right back.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
All right, we go now to the home half of 3. It's Leighton Hofflin, 1 for 1 with a single to left center last time he was at the plate. We're 40 minutes into the ball game now. Tanner Larson winds up, delivers pitch 35. It bounces off the turf for ball 1. One ball and no strikes. The count now here to Hofflin. Westby and Leshufsky are due up, and he'll foul that one off the turf and also off of the lower back. Right where the jersey tucks into the pants. That's where that ball bounced off of. Hopefully it didn't sting too bad. 1-1, and he'll foul that one away. 1-2. And that one's going to center. It's a line drive charging in. He's going to let it hop. Probably a good decision there by Tanner Boehm. His other option would have been to dive for it, and if he wouldn't have made the catch on the dive, it would have bounced behind him, and it would have been a lot more than a single. So it's a base hit for Hofflin. He goes 2 for 2 with a pair of singles now in this game, and that's Espen Westby's turn now. He reached on the fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. Grounded a ball towards the shortstop. Shortstop chose to take the lead runner at second. Actually, yeah, no, yep. I think, there were runners on first and third, if I remember correctly, when he was up to bat last. So they'd take the runner at second. Now throw up to second is a little bit off the mark, and he slides in safely. Hofflin with the stolen base. Pitch comes across for a 1-1 count at a ball and a strike. Larson will take a couple looks at Hofflin. Now pass ball, and Hofflin will go over to third, and he will make it with no challenge. 2-1 to Westby. Charlie Leshufsky is on deck. There's no activity in either bullpen at this point in time. And there's another pass ball. And now coming home is Hofflin. He will score. And the Aces take a 4-0 lead. Count moves to 3-1 for Espy, and now the bases are empty. And right up the middle and through the legs of Larson into center field. I've seen a lot of hits up the middle before, but I've never seen one like that. That was pretty cool in my humble opinion. And that'll do it for Tanner Larson. 43 pitches, 18 balls, 25 strikes, gives up 4 runs, surrenders a total of 6 hits, has left 4 runners stranded. He'll be responsible for Westby on first should he come around and score, and the new pitcher will take his first pitch against Charlie Lashufsky, who's 1-for-1 with a single into left. And the new pitcher will be, still waiting to see, looks like, is it 3 or 8? I can't quite tell. It's number 3, and that is Ryder Weigel. So that means we'll have a new left fielder. So we'll let Weigel warm up, excuse me. And we'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. The pitching change puts Ryder Weigel on the mound, and now Westby takes second on the wild pitch, and the first pitch from Weigel's in for ball 1 to Lashusky, who's 1-for-1 with a single to left. New left fielder, I did not catch a jersey number. We'll get that to you ASAP. And now he's going to show bunt, and he'll bunt it down the third base line, and it'll eventually roll foul for a strike, and it's 1-1. Westby, I almost called him Espy now. Westby will go back to second. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll see if he squares up again here. Once again, it's Charlie Lashuvsky, the batter. Here's the 1-1. He will square up. Now he pulls it back, and that pitch missed for a ball, I think. 2-1. Once again, this umpire not as emphatic or quick, even with his ball calls, for that matter, that I'm compared to some of the other umpires that I'm used to. That one's lifted up and heading out into the gap in right center. 3 players charging after it, and making the grab is Ethan Smith. That's out number 1. So Lashusky will fly out to the right fielder, excuse me.
Now batting for the Aces, the center fielder, number 15, Axel Anderson.
Axel Anderson flied out to the then left fielder, Ryder Weigel. And now he'll square up, and he'll miss the square up, and it's strike one. With one out, looks like they're trying to get Westby over to third. Trey Hussar is the batter on deck. And now Glinke, the first baseman, will play up a little bit here. And he will bunt. Pitch will come up high and out for a ball, and Glinke was ready. Watch for possibly Drew Peterson, the second baseman, to cover first base. And that'll be bunted foul to the third base side. And that's exactly what happened there, was Peterson went over to cover first. So now with a 2-strike count, I doubt you'll see a square up, but it's been known to happen. First and third base playing their normal spots here. And it comes inside for a ball, 2-2. 8 pitches for Weigel now, and even 4-4 on the ball strike split. Here's the 2-2, and that one is low for a ball, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Axel Anderson. Payoff pitch. Low, and he walks him. And that puts runners on first and second. Brings up Trey Hussar, 0 for 1. Direct ground out to first last time he was at the plate.
The walk brings up the left fielder, number 11, Trey Hussar.
So now you're probably looking at another situation where they might ask for the square up on a bunt. Move those runners to second and third. We'll see if Hussar squares up or not. And he will. And that's bunted foul, and that will not be helpful as it's strike one. Once again, Espen Westby on second. Axel Anderson on first for the Aces. Now he'll square up. Right back there to Weigel. And the bunt serves its purpose. Westby to third, Anderson up to second. Out number 2 on the board, and Landon Trofgruben to the plate.
Sack bunt by Hussar brings up the top of the order for the Aces. Now batting number 4, Landon Trofgruben.
Aces base hit will add to their 4-0 lead. 0-1 here to Trofgruben. On deck is James Buffington. Trofgruben brings us back to the top of the order here for the Aces. And he'll hit that one hard to right and out of play. Strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is just a little high, and it's ball 1 to Trofgruben. 15 pitches for Weigel now. 8 of them have been strikes. Here's the 1-2 windup and delivery. Swing and a miss, and got him. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. It's the second of the game for second of the game for the Vets pitchers. The first of the game for Weigel. And it'll bring up Tanner Boehm, Lawrenson, and Weigel. The 1-2-3 batters for West Fargo as the end of the third comes to a completion. They leave 2 on base for a total of 6 in the game now. 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 6 left on base here for the Aces, and they lead 4-0 here in the top of the 4th. We'll be back with that top of the 4th right after this.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Tanner Boehm, top of the order here for the Vets. Trailing 4-0. You'll see that first pitch come in for a knee-level strike. The pitch, and this one hit out towards Troftgruben at short. He'll pick it up, fire it over, and the pick at first is there. Krogan with a nice pick, and that's out number 1. That brings up J.J. Lauriston.
The catcher, number 6, J.J. Lauriston.
Got it. Awesome. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging on a full count last time he was at the plate. Takes the first pitch for ball 1 here. And that one will pounce away for ball 2. Next pitch for Horde will be pitch number 40 according to my numbers unofficially. We're 54 minutes into the ball game right now. And the pitch, the 2-0 is in for a ball 3. I know, last batter, that pitch at about the same area was a strike, so 3-0 the count. Outside for a strike, unbelievable. I say that with respect, I just find it somewhat humorous there. And that one's fouled away, and that's a definite strike, no doubt about that one. So now another full count here to Lawrenson. And Lawrenson will pop it up, third base side, and nobody will make a play on that one as it goes out of play. Payoff pitch, and that one's foul territory, and running after it there's the third baseman, Leshufsky, and he makes the catch. Ryder Weigel will be the next batter here with 2 away.
For the Vets, the pitcher, number 3, Ryder Weigel.
Coming up on magnitude for West Fargo baseball as a check swing strike 1 for Ryder Weigel. They'll have a doubleheader against the Mandan Chiefs. They'll have a doubleheader up in Grand Forks against the Grand Forks Royals. And then they'll finish off the regular season in a single 9-inning game against the Fargo Post 400 Stars here at Young Field. So 3 home games and 2 road games remain on the schedule for the West Fargo Patriots. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Ryder Weigel. On deck is Wrigley Gunderson with 2 away if Weigel can reach base. And the pitch is low, ball 2. So it's a 2-2 count now here to Weigel. And the windup in the pitch, and it's in for strike 3. He strikes him out on a check swing, and that brings up James Buffington, Evan Krogan, and Brady Medina as we go to the middle of the 4th with no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Ryder Weigel will toss pitch 17. James Buffington, Evan Krogan, and Brady Medina are the due-up batters at 2, 3, and 4 pending changes, and we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit Doolittle'sRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200. Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. James Buffington, 1 for 1, single to right, drew a walk last time he was up. This one mishandled by the shortstop, Twito, and he will get there in time. It'll be an error on the shortstop. Evan Krogan will be the next batter here. Coming up tomorrow on Magnitude Sports as we have, just some equipment exchange with Buffington at first. Coming up tomorrow at Magnitude Sports, 5:30 p.m. first pitch in a single 9-inning game between the Fargo Post 400 Stars and the Grand Forks Royals. And then on Tuesday, we'll see the Grand Forks Royals again up at Kraft Field in Grand Forks as they host the West Fargo Patriots. Wednesday we'll have off, and then Thursday we're back with that doubleheader between West Fargo Patriots and Mandan. And then Friday, July 22nd, it's the West Fargo Patriots hosting the Post 400 Stars in a single 9-inning game. First pitch for that 9-inning game is scheduled for 6 p.m. here on Magnitude Sports. 1 ball and 1 strike to Evan Krogan, the batter. Runner on base is James Buffington, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. The Ace is up 4-0, and that one's going to be popped up and out of play. Then after the 22nd, with West Fargo and Post 400, we'll get the 23rd, 24th, and 25th off, and then we're going to rest up well because we'll have a busy next 4 days for you. July 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th, and 30th, next 5 games, will be the games of the state tournament. And that's here at Young Field in West Fargo, and all those games will be on Magnitude Sports. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Evan Krogan. Brady Medina is the batter on deck. James Buffington, the runner on first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And I said 1 and 2 earlier, but I meant to say 2 and 2. That's fouled away, and it'll remain 2 and 2. We've hit the 1 hour mark of the ball game. Just flipped to 1 hour, 1 minute. Twito to first, got the ground out. Buffington advances to second. It's a 6-3 ground out. And Brady Medina 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch, and then he grounded out to short last time he was at the plate. Aces getting 3 runs in the bottom of the 1st. They tack on 1 more in the bottom of the 3rd. Now they got a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 4th. And that one hit hard but foul, left field, and good for a strike, 0-1. Leighton Hofflin moves into the on-deck circle here for the Aces. And now Medina will face pitch 25 from Weigel. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and it is going to not drop in for a strike, and it's 10 balls, 15 strikes on 25 tosses for Weigel. Myself, Brad Anderson, and probably a couple others will all help out with the state tournament coming up on the 26th of July. As Buffington takes third on that pass ball, and it's now 2-1 to Brady Medina. Here's the pitch, and that one's hit. Well, and I'm not sure what Twido was thinking there. I don't know if maybe he lost his footing or if he thought the ball was coming right at him, because the ball was not coming right at him. Result in a base hit.
The glaring single brings up the right fielder, number 3, Leighton Hoffland.
So it's an RBI single to make it 5-0, scoring Buffington from third. And now a runner on first for Leighton Hoffland, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles to about the same spot into shallow center field. First pitch comes in for a strike to Hoffland. On deck is Espen Westby. Here's the 0-1, and outside 1-1. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. Here in the bottom of the fourth, and a 5-0 ball game on the Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. Pitch 30 is not going to come. It's going to be an aired throw over to first, and Medina will go to second on that throw. And he'll put on the brakes there. And I missed that pitch. I'm not sure if it's I'm guessing it was a ball, but 2-1. Scoreboard would agree with me, and now he'll get hit. Hoffland reaches base via hit by a pitch. And now that'll bring up Espen Westby. 1 hour and 5 minutes into the ball game, Westby is 1 for 2. Reached on the fielder's choice, singled to center field on a hit that went right through the legs of Weigel. I think it was still Weigel when he hit that ball anyway. Might have been Tanner Larson. I can't remember who was pitching at that time. Charlie Lashowski is on deck, swinging a miss for a strike there, 1-1. And that one hits the inside corner, or inside edge of the plate, supposedly, and it's 1-2. And he chased a pitch to the outside and paid the price, and that's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, the third of the game for Vets pitchers, the second for Ryder Weigel. That'll bring up Charlie Lashowski now. 1 for 2, single to left and a fly out to right. Looks like we'll have a courtesy runner on second for Medina, and that courtesy runner will be Blake Larson.
The third baseman, number 7, Charlie Lashowski.
Two outs. Here's the pitch, and that one will bounce away. And Larson had a good lead already, so it was an easy choice to go to third, and the runners will advance. And there's a strike. 1-1 now here to Leshovsky. Axel Anderson on deck. Pitch 38 from Weigel coming up right now. It's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes now here to Charlie Leshovsky. Bottom of the 4th with 2 away as we are an out away from the top of the 5th. And that one will not break. It'll be ball 2. Looked like a curveball starting from the inside, and it looked like it had the potential to break over the middle of the plate, but it didn't. Swing and a miss, and that's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. It's the 3rd for Weigel and the 4th for Vets pitchers, and that will end the the bottom of the 4th. They strand 2 runners on base, and we go now to the 5th inning of play. A little over halfway through, 4 down and 3 to go here in this single 7-inning game, and the West Fargo Aces with a 5-0 lead over the West Fargo Vets here on Magnitude. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, it's 5-0 here in the 5th inning of play in favor of the West Fargo Aces over the West Fargo Vets. Once again, the Vets in the primary orange with green trim and the Aces in the primary green with orange trim here at Young Field, which is primarily green with orange trim around the outfield. And there's a handful of other baseball and softball diamonds here right behind the scoreboard. It goes all the way back for what the equivalent of maybe 4 or 5 blocks. And every single one of those fields has the orange trim along the top of the fence around the outfield. And makes it a true home field for West Fargo baseball.
Leading off for the Vets on top of the 5th. The designated hitter, number 7, Wrigley Gunderson.
Wrigley Gunderson blooped a little single that dropped right in front of second base last time he was at the plate. That pitch comes in for a strike. 0-1 here to Wrigley Gunderson. 1 hour and 11 minutes. Braxton Horde just tossed pitch 50. Here's 51. And that one, I don't know if he got a piece of it or not. Either way, it's a strike, and it's 0-2. So on 51 pitches, 19 balls and 32 strikes for Braxton Horde. And did that hit him? It hit the bat and not him, so it goes in the books as a fouled away pitch. 0-2 still. May have hit the bat right above his fingers. It was very, very close. That one's popped up. Looks like Troffgruben's coming after it, and now Braxton Horde, and he cannot make the catch. And it's going to be fouled away. It's going to go into the books as a fouled away pitch. Thought it dropped to the right side of the line, but saw a hit like that in the Watertown game earlier today on the first base side, and they called it fair. And this will be a drop third strike. Goes into the books as a strikeout number 5 for Braxton Horde, and now he'll face Carson Twito.
Now batting for the Vets, the shortstop, number 8, Carson Twito.
0 for 1, grounded out to Troffgruben, the shortstop, last time he was at the plate. He'll face pitch 55, and he'll take 55 to center field. And it'll drop for a base hit. One hop. Axel Anderson will pick it up, and a runner on for the Aces. Check that for the Vets.
The base hit brings up the right fielder, number 23, Tanner Larson.
Tanner Larson line drived out on a diving catch by Leshowski at third base last time he was out, or up at Blatt, and that ended the inning on that particular play. One's across the board. A ball is striking out, a runner on. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. And that one's low for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch 60 coming up for Horde. And the pitch is a little bit low and out. And it's a full count now here to Tanner Larson. Jackson Glinke, the batter on deck for the West Fargo Vets. 22 balls, 38 strikes on 60 pitches for Braxton Horde. And the payoff. He tapped it foul to earn himself another pitch. That one's hit out towards left for a base hit. Now move Twito up to second. And now the Vets are getting something cooking here with 1 out in the top of the 5th.
Back-to-back singles for the Vets. Frees up the first baseman, number 22, Jackson Glinke.
And now we'll have a meeting on the mound here. And it'll be nothing more than a discussion, it appears. Jackson Glinke 1 for 1 to left field on a single last time he was at the plate. The Vets have left nobody on base, but now they're in danger of leaving somebody on base if they can't clear those two by scoring a run or two. And with 1 out, should Glinke reach base either on a walk or a single, it'd load the bases potentially for Devin Peterson, who's on deck. 1 ball, no strike, and here's the pitch. And that one hit right back up the middle. A hard hit ball off Braxton Horde. Over to first, not in time. Oh, he didn't. No, yeah, I was right the first time. Not in time, and that loads the bases. And that'll be a base hit. Twito to third, Larson to second, Glinky to first.
Infield single loads the bases for the second baseman, number 4, Devin Peterson.
5th hit of the game for the Vets, and the Vets are in business here. Down 5-0. They got a big opportunity to cut into that 5-0 deficit. And we will have a pinch hitter for Devin Peterson, and that is going to be Carson Wilkie. Carson Wilkie will step into the number 8 spot here for the Vets and look to get a base hit and get the Vets on the board. Ethan Smith is the on-deck batter, and this one grounded towards third, a hard-hopping ball. The throw to home for the force out, and the bases remain loaded, and now there's 2 away. So Wilkie reaches on a fielder's choice, and they'll throw to home for the force out. Twito's out. And now that puts 2 away.
That's number 21, Jack Davies.
And now instead of Ethan Smith in the number 9 spot, it'll be Jack Davies. And Davies pops that one up the middle, and a run's going to score, if not 2. Tanner Larson in. Coming in is Jackson Glinky. He scores. And moving over to third is Carson Wilkie. So that'll put runners on second and third. And it's now a 5-2 ball game. There should be a hit and an error, I think. I was looking down. I'm not sure if the error happened or not, but I know there was at least a hit. We'll wait for the scoreboard and see if they agree or disagree with me. And they will indeed charge an error. So a hit and an error on that play for Jack Davies, who goes right up the middle. It's a 2-run RBI single. Davies advances the second on the error. Wilkie advances the third on that error. So right up the middle for Davies, scores Larson and scores Glinky. Wilkie to second. Davies on the single, and then on the error, Wilkie advances the third. And Davies advances the second on that same error. So second and third, and the batter is Tanner Bame, and that'll do it for Braxton Horde. It is going to be 65 pitches, 43 strikes, and 22 balls, an hour and 20 minutes into the ball game. Braxton Horde surrenders 2 runs on 6 hits. And he stranded no runners on base.
Number 15, Axel Anderson.
And now coming onto the mound here for the Aces is the now former center fielder, Axel Anderson. So that means we'll have a new center fielder for the Aces as well. See if we can get a glimpse at who that is. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, welcome back. We're 2 away here in the top of the 5th.
The center fielder, number 1, Tanner Bame.
And the West Fargo Vets have just played at 2. Axel Anderson's the new pitcher. Moving to center field is Trey Hussar, and moving to left field is Braxton Horde. Fouled back for strike 1. And a base hit could pull the Vets within a run. Jack Davies on second, Carson Wilkie on third. And the Vets are in business, even more so if they can get a base hit here with 2 outs. Here's the 0-1. That one will bounce off the turf, and it's a ball and a strike. 1 hour and 22 minutes into the ball game, and the Vets have made this one interesting. Stepping off the mound is Anderson. J.J. Lordson is on deck. That pitch is low for a ball. 2-1. 2 away, so Lawrenson will see him only if Tanner Boehm can make a connection and get on base here. And not ground the ball into a positional player to possibly get the runner on second or third out. That one's going to left center. It's finding the gap, and that is going to drop for a hit. It rolls all the way to the Green Monster. Scoring is Wilkie and Davies from second, and it's a 5-4 ball game. It's a 2-run RBI double for Tanner Boehm. And now it's J.J. Lawrenson. 7th hit of the ball game. They played it 4 runs on 7 hits, and now they got the tying run in scoring position. Another base hit could definitely do the trick. As that one will get away, it's 1 ball, no strike to Lawrenson, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout swing, and a pop out to the third baseman. And on that wild pitch, Tanner Boehm moves to third, and he gets 90 feet closer to home. So now the tying run is 90 feet away with 2 outs. 1 ball, no strike to Lawrenson. Ryder Weigel on deck, and the pitch is outside and low for ball 2. Well, we got a ball game now, folks. Jim says, still here with you on the YouTube chat. That's a little chopper over the pitcher to Troftgruben, and to first he'll go, and that will prevent the run from scoring. That'll be the 3rd out. They strand 1 on base, and we go now to the middle of the 5th.
For the Vets in the top of the 5th. 4 runs on 5 hits.
They get 4 runs on 5 hits. They leave 1 on air, one on base, and 1 error. No errors on the Aces. Or maybe there was 1 error. No, I think that one came in an earlier inning. We'll double check our stat book here, and we'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Batters 8, 9, and 1 for the Aces when we return.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success. Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, well, after the Vets plate 4 in the top of the 5th, we'll see if the Aces can respond, because their 5-0 lead has been cut to 1. Looks like Axel Anderson was the scheduled batter. I think we have somebody else in there, and we do. It'll be
pinch hitting for the Aces, number 21, Grant Canodal.
Grant Canodal, number 21, steps into the number 8 spot here for the West Fargo Aces. Here's the windup in the pitch, and it is in for a ball. 1-0 to Grant Canodal. 3 runs for the Aces in the bottom of the 1st. They get another one in the bottom of the 3rd and another one in the bottom of the 4th to take a 5-0 lead. And then the Vets get 4 in the top of the 5th to trim the deficit down to 1. 4 runs on 7 hits. They've committed 3 errors. The Vets have. And they've left 1 on base. The Aces, 5 runs on 6 hits, have committed 1 error, and they've left a total of 8 on base so far here in this contest. 2-1 now here to Grant Canoodle. If you can successfully spell that based on my pronunciation, I would consider buying you a value meal of your choice from your favorite fast food restaurant. No cheating. Don't look it up on any rosters or mobile apps. Just try your best. 3-2 the count. Members of the Canoodle family are exempt.
Leadoff walk brings up the center fielder, number 11, Trey Hussar.
Trey Hussar could maybe do the same contest for him. Pickoff attempt there on Canoodle at first. Canoodle's back in time. We're 1 hour and 28 minutes into the ball game. Hussar, the batter, Landon Troffgruben, the scheduled batter on deck. And he's going to show bunt. Pops the bunt up, and it goes foul for a strike. And it is indeed Troffgruben who's on deck, and that will flip us over to the top of the order here. So Hussar and Troffgruben for sure. And if Canoodle doesn't get tossed out on base, then we might see Buffington this inning as well. Or if Hussar or Troffgruben don't bat into a double play, that would prevent Buffington from showing up this inning too. Another pickoff attempt on Canoodle, and now he'll show bunt. He'll bunt it down the first base line, right back to Weigel. Weigel will toss it over to Glinke, and that advances Canoodle up to second. And we have 1 out.
Sacrifice brings us to the top of the order. Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Landon Troffgruben.
And I think we'll have a courtesy runner or a pinch runner. It's going to be number 15, Axel Anderson.
Number 15, Axel Anderson.
So he'll re-enter because that was his spot. I think that was his spot in the lineup. It was the 9 spot. And now a bunt down the third base line, and now it's going to be a bunt single. There was nobody at first to cover, and he's safe at third, and on the confusion, taking off for second is Troffgruben. So not only did the bunt worked and had a whole bunch of bonuses to it as well.
Now batting the second baseman, number 1, James Buffington.
You could almost, I mean, there is no such thing, but it's almost like a bunt double. But he'll advance to second on the throw over to third, or the confusion at third. It's probably the better way to put it, but that's not an official term in the stat book. Now the Aces are in business. 1 out, 2 runners on, and second and third. And Buffington the batter. 1-0, now make it 1-1. Evan Krogan is the batter on deck. And if no double plays happen, we'll see Krogan next. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's low for a ball, I believe. I want to double check before I hit the button, and it is. 2-1. And that pitch will miss low for ball 3. And Weigel's got to be careful here, or he'll potentially load the bases. And with 1 out, that could spell bad news for the Vets, especially after they get that close in the top of the inning. There's a base hit in the center field, and that's bad news enough as Anderson scores and Troffgruben scores. Check that. Only 1 run scores.
RBI single brings up the first baseman, number 8, Evan Krogan.
So now the bases are loaded, I think. No, first and third, excuse me. So it's a 6-4 game, and that one's cut off. It's cut off by Twito, the shortstop. Or no, cut off by the second baseman, Peterson, which the cutoff prevented the double steal, so then Buffington will get the free steal at second. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to Evan Krogan. And that one popped up. And Jim, our favorite viewer from North Carolina, is a winner. He spelled canoodle correctly. Way to go, Jim. I trust that he didn't cheat. So if he ever makes it up to North Dakota, you got a burger and fries on me, buddy. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, the burgers here at West Fargo are really, really good. And the state tournament is coming up. So keep that in mind, Jim. Three balls and 2 strikes now to Evan Krogan. On deck is Brady Medina. First base is open with runners on second and third. Troft-Gruben on third, Buffington on second. 1 away and a 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. And that one hit into left center field. And it's going to drop for a base hit. Coming in to score is Troft-Gruben. Buffington will round third from second. It's a 2-run RBI double for Krogan. And it looks like we might have a pitching change here. We'll see if Weigel stays on or not. Yes, he will. He will stay on, so no pitching change. I don't think he gave up the ball yet anyway. So the 2-1 RBI double scores Troft-Gruben and scores Buffington, and now the West Fargo Aces have gotten 3 of the 4 runs back here in the bottom of the 5th, and they have doubled up on the Aces 8-4. 8 runs on 9 hits and 3 West Fargo Vets errors. And they have Evan Krogan on second, and it looks like we might actually will have a pitching change here. Weigel's going to go to the outfield. Looks like possibly the center. And coming into pitch here for the Vets will be, I think, Tanner Boehm. I think it's Tanner Boehm. I couldn't quite catch the jersey number, but I believe it's him. So Weigel and Tanner Boehm will flip-flop positions here. So Tanner Boehm will get some warm-up tosses, and then we have a new left fielder. That's from a couple innings ago that I never caught the name of him. All right, so Ethan Smith re-entering the game. He's in left field for the Vets. Ryder Weigel goes out to center, and the center fielder, Tanner Boehm, comes into the mound to pitch as he will continue his warm-up tosses here. 4 runs in the top of the 5th, 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 7-run 5th inning here. And as soon as the Vets got close, the Aces responded and responded well. And they got the break-even get-back run, standing in scoring position on second with only 1 out. Brady Medina will be the next batter, and the first batter that Tanner Bame will face. He's 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch, a ground out to short, and a single to left. Here comes Brady Medina.
Now batting for the Aces, the catcher, number 10, Brady Medina.
And now Lordson will go up and have some quick words with Tanner Bame. Brady Medina 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch, ground to short, single to left. And the pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. And that one comes in for a strike, and that'll even up the counter at 1-1. 1 hour and 40 minutes into the ball game now. Here's the 1-1 pitch from number 1, and that one's outside for ball 2. And that one's a little bit high for ball 3. 3-1 the count now here to Medina. On deck is Leighton Hofflin. He's the scheduled batter. And as I peer over, it is indeed number 3. Bame looks at Krogan on second. And now he delivers ball 4 to Medina, and that puts runners on first and second for Leighton Hofflin, who's 2 for 2.
Brings up Hofflin, Leighton Hofflin.
Pair of singles to center field. Last time he was at the plate, he was hit by a pitch. One away and 2 runners on now. Bame delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That one's hit well to right. Very well. Is it going to stay fair? Diving for it in foul territory was the right fielder, and it'll drop for a strike. See if I can, I don't have him on my roster here. Number 23 is playing right field. Okay, we'll get that updated on in our books here. That's Tanner Larson out in right field, who made the diving attempt. One and 2 now here to Hofflin. And the pitch. And it's outside, and it's good for a ball, and it's 2-2. And that one is sent foul, and it'll remain 2-2. He'll earn himself another pitch on that fouled away pitch. Axel Anderson is the scheduled batter on deck. And it looks like we'll have somebody else batting for him, actually. Two, and now he'll fake the throw back to second. Krogan will slide back in. Now hold the runners at first and second. 10 pitches for Bame now, 6 balls, 4 strikes. And the 2-2. Inside it hit him. Now load the bases. He He's hit by a pitch on back-to-back plate appearances.
The designated hitter, number 24, Espen Westby.
So Medina, first 2 trips to the plate, a pair of singles to center field. Recent 2 trips to the plate, a trip to first via hit by a pitch. Espen Westby is the batter. He steps into the number 6 slot here for the West Fargo Aces. Bases loaded with 1 out, and they've already scored 3 in this inning, looking to do much more. Bame delivers, and that one's hit to right field, but it's going to go foul. It'll remain 2-2. Or actually, it will not remain 2-2, it'll remain 0-2. See if Bame can get that important second out here for the Vets. There's the windup in the 0-2 pitch, and that one hit hard. A line drive, and it bounces off the glove of Twito into left center field. Scoring is Krogan. Rounding third is Medina. Heading into third, and he's safe at third is Hoffman. And it's an RBI double for Westby. I don't think they'll change that as an error. I'm putting it in as a hit, and we'll see if I'm right or wrong. Two-run score, and it's 10-4. 10 runs on 10 hits.
Number 7, Charlie Lashovsky.
And they did not charge it as an error, so I was right. Charlie Lashovsky takes the first pitch in for a ball, and it's 1-0. If the Aces score 4 more, they would walk it off and win it. There's a strike. They have scored 4 of the 5 runs in this inning with 2 outs on the board. Or with 1 out on the board, excuse me. Showing bunt. And he mishandled it at first, and it's still going to get there in time, and Hoffman will score. Moving over to third is Westby, and that puts 2 outs on the board.
Now batting for the Aces, the pitcher, number 15, Axel Anderson.
Now Axel Anderson will step back into the number 8 spot where Grant Canoodle batted for him previously. And the first pitch is in for a strike to Axel Anderson. He's 0 for 1. Fly out to left, and he drew a walk the last time he was at the plate, which was 2 trips through the batting order ago. And that one's inside for a ball. 1-1. Once again, the Aces score 3 more runs here in the bottom of the 5th. They'll walk it off, and that'd be the end of the game. Here's the pitch. And that one cranked foul. Third base slide, and it's strike 2. That one was sent into the bullpen. One-two is high, and it's 2-2. Axel Anderson, Trey Hussar is the scheduled batter on deck. As I peer over, he is on the on-deck circle. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third is Westby. Here's the pitch. And it is a strikeout. That is the slowest strikeout signal ever in my career.
For the Aces in the bottom of the 5th.
But it's a strikeout nonetheless. It's the 5th strikeout of the inning of the game for Vets pitchers.
The score is West Fargo Aces 11, West Fargo Vets 4.
They'll leave one stranded on base. That's ESPN Westby on third. 6 in the bottom of the 5th. They get all 4 back, plus 2 more, and they lead 11-4 going into the 6th. We'll be back after this here on Magnitude.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local running store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, Ryder Weigel is the batter, and he takes the first pitch of the top of the 6th for ball 1. 10 runs scored in the 5th inning. 4 by the Vets, 6 by the Aces. That's a base hit out into right field for Ryder Weigel. He's on base. And a good start here, but they still have a little bit of a hill to climb. Wrigley Gunderson will be the next batter here for the Vets.
Leadoff single brings up the designated hitter, number 7, Wrigley Gunderson.
Total of 10 runners left on base. 9 for the Aces, 1 for the Vets. Here's the pitch. That came in over the edge for a strike. Nice pitch there by Axel Anderson. Wrigley Gunderson 1 for 2. Singled on a little blooper over the pitcher in front of second base. Then he's tossed out on a drop third strike. Now he's down on the count 0-1. He's got a teammate, Ryder Weigel, on first. And the pitch is in for strike 2. 1 hour 50 minutes time of the game so far. Make that 1 hour 51. It just turned over. I want to hit up high to right, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Weigel moves into second, and back-to-back hits for back-to-back singles, and that brings up Carson Twito.
Single to right brings up the shortstop, number 8, Carson Twito.
He's 1 for 2, grounded out to the shortstop, singled to center last time he was at the plate. He'll face pitch number 13 from Axel Anderson. 5 balls, 7 strikes on 12 tosses for Anderson so far. And that one will just miss, and it's a ball 1. Runners on, Weigel on second, Gunderson on first for the Vets, and that pitch comes in for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to count now here to Carson Twito. Tanner Larson's the scheduled batter on deck, and it is indeed Tanner on deck. You can see him in the bottom right of your screen there, number 23. That pitch is in for ball 2. Three and 1 the count now. As the lights have come on here at Young Field. And that is a strike. Twito thought he walked for a moment, but now it's a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Twido delivers outside. That walks him. That loads the bases for the Vets. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Tanner Larson, the batter.
The walk loads the bases for the right fielder, number 23, Tanner Larson.
He's 1 for 2. He line drived out to a diving Lashusky, the third baseman, for an inning out. Then he would single to left field last time he was at the plate. Here's the pitch. In for a strike. That one's hit towards third, but it'll bounce foul, and it's good for strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes now. As Medina popped up and took a good look at Ryder Weigel on third. Said, don't you move, man. 1-2. This one chopped out over towards the shortstop, and it's mishandled again. That'll be an error, and run will score, and bases remain loaded with nobody out. It's 11-5 now.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Jackson Glinke.
So Wrigley Gunderson to third, Carson Twido to second, Tanner Larson to first, all in the air, run scores, and Jackson Glinke is 2 for 2. He fouls this one away for strike 1. He has a single to left, and he has an infield single as well. Now a reach for that one, and it'll bounce, and it's picked up nicely there by Buffington. They'll get the first out. Gunderson will come in to score on the RBI ground out. That'll move Twido to third and Larson up to second.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Devin Peterson.
So first base is open now. And once again, Larson on second, Twido on third. Carson Wilkie reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. Here's the pitch, and it's in for a strike, 0-1. 10 balls, 15 strikes on 25 pitches for Axel Anderson. Start of the game out in center field. Here's the 0-1. That'll come in, and he'll swing and miss. He'll jam him up for strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's in for ball 2. That one is fouled away, and it'll remain a 2-2 count. Two, swing and a miss. Got him. That's Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 6 for West Fargo Ace pitchers.
Next up for the Vets, the left fielder, number 2, Ethan Smith.
Puts the second out on the board. Once again, runners on second and third. Twido on third and Tanner Larson on second. This is Jack Davies now. 1 for 1 with a single in the center. And this one will sneak by Anderson, but not Buffington, and he'll fire it over. They'll strand 2 on base, and that's a 4-3 ground out. And that ends the top of the 6. We go to the bottom of the 6. The Vets get 1 across. They strand 2 on, and they get 2 hits in the inning. Now, the Aces, if they score 4, they can walk it off and win in the bottom of the 6. We'll see if they can do that when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, we move to the bottom of the 6th. We have a new pitcher on the mound here for the West Fargo Vets, and that new pitcher is Jackson Glinke. He moves onto the mound from first base. Coming into the game to play first base is number 9, Hayden Cole. And those are your only defensive changes so far here for the West Fargo Vets. They find themselves down by the score of 11-6. So 11-6. So then the what I said going into the break was incorrect because I forgot to add the run before. Apparently we have trouble with that button in that inning for some reason. It is 11-6, and for some reason I can't add the run.
Number 11, Trey Hussar.
We'll try one more time here. There we go. Now it's there, and our line score is probably wacky now that I've hit the button 3 times, and it took 3 times to add 1 run. 1-0. Fouled off 1-1. Trey Hussar, the batter, 0 for 1. Grounded out, sacrifice bunt, and another sacrifice bunt on his 3 chips to the plate so far today. Here's the 1-1 from Glinke. And Glinke will send it into the extended mitt of Lawrenson, outside for ball 2. We've hit the 2-hour mark of the ball game now. And that's a line drive, and this time it's not mishandled by the shortstop. It's caught, and that's out number 1. Shortstops seem to have had problems in this game for both teams. Landon Trofgruben, the batter now.
Now batting for the Aces, the shortstop, number 4, Landon Trofgruben.
He's 1 for 3. Reached base on a walk, then he had a pair of strikeout swings, and then he had a bunt single, which turned into a bunt double, even though that's not an actual term. He would advance to second on a throw on an attempted throw out at third. 2-0 now here to Trofgruben. And that one's right back to Glinke. He'll fire it over to first, and that is an out. 2 quick outs here for the Vets on the Aces. Now bring up James Buffington.
Now batting for the Aces, the second baseman, number 1, James Buffington.
Looked like he was going to square up, pulled it back, and they'll get ball 1. Buffington 2 for 3, a single, walk, reach base on an error, and another single. The first single went to right field. The second single went to center field. The error was charged to the shortstop. The walk charged to the pitcher. 2-0 now here to Buffington. Glinke winds up, delivers. That one's hit out into right field. And not quite in right field, but Hayden Cole makes the catch, and that's good for out number 3. That ends the 6th inning of play. They leave no runners on, no runs, no hits, no errors. And we'll fix our line score right now while we have the opportunity to do so. We'll stay right here for an unofficial commercial break. All right, and that first pitch by Tanner Bame is fouled away for a strike, and it's 0-1. Top of the 7th, so the Vets will need 5 runs to force the bottom of the 7th. We'll see if they can get 5 runs or not. They got 6 in the last 2 innings, with 4 of those coming 2 innings ago, so they almost got a 5-run inning. We're at 2 hours, 7 minutes, time of the ball game right now. And that pitch will come in for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 is sent foul, and it'll remain 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him on a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout.
Now batting for the Vets, the catcher, number 6, J.J. Lauritsen.
J.J. Lawrenson will step up to the plate now. He's 0 for 3, struck out swinging, a fly out to the third baseman, and a ground out to short. And now he might ground out to short again, and he will. 6-3. That's out number 2. You can hear some of the Aces fans cheer on their team, saying one more, just one more. And if they get one more, the game will be over. Pitch is high for a ball. Ryder Weigel, the batter. At least yep, it is. He's 1 for 3. First 2 times he went down swinging, then he got a single to right field on his most recent trip to the plate. Swing and a miss. And that is strike number 1. Two 2-1 is in for strike number 2. And the 2-2 pitch will miss outside, and there's a full count. Once again, the Vets need to score 5, and they have 1 out to work with. We'll see if the game ends here on pitch number 11 for Hofflin. And it does! It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Hofflin, his second of the game, the 8th for the Aces pitchers, and now we'll do it. Your final score here is 11-6 in favor of the West Fargo Aces, and they will be victorious here, and they'll have bragging rights for 1 additional year over their pals from West Fargo. The West Fargo Aces defeat the West Fargo Vets by the score of 11-6 here on Magnitude. Let's take a look at what's coming up next here as we take a look at our schedule. So now this game is gone, and tomorrow we'll have a single 9-inning game at Starry & Bank Field here in Fargo with the Stars taking on Grand Forks. Tuesday, it's a doubleheader as the West Fargo Patriots travel up to Kraft Field in Grand Forks to take on the Grand Forks Royals. And then on Thursday, after we have Wednesday off, West Fargo Patriots will come back home and host a doubleheader against the Mandan Chiefs. And that'll be a big game for standings purposes. Mandan actually defeated Post 2 today. Post 2 handing in their second loss of the season. So that helps West Fargo a little bit if West Fargo can defeat Mandan. And then the final game of the regular season will be a single 9-inning game right here at Young Field in West Fargo Patriots taking on the Fargo Post 400 Stars. And then we'll have 3 days off, and then we'll have a very busy 5 days to follow. We'll have the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. 4 games on the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. And 2 games, 3 if needed, on the 30th. Depending on how all the other games go. It's a double elimination state tournament. All of those games will be right here on Magnitude Sports, and all of them right here at Young Field in West Fargo. Your final score one more time here. The West Fargo Aces take care of the West Fargo Vets by the score of 11-6. Time of the game, 2 hours and 11 minutes. And that'll do it. We'll talk to you again tomorrow from Starry & Bank Field in Fargo for the Grand Forks Royals and the Fargo Post 400 Stars. Have a great night. Thanks so much for tuning in.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.